And when I tell you that my jaw dropped when you talked about the royal wedding in your book.
Right.
Because the royal wedding of Prince William and Kate Middleton, April 2011, and we knew that she used Bobbi Brown products, your namesake brand at the time, which
I did not do her makeup.
Right.
I wish I did. It was one of my artists, Hannah Martin, who's become quite a sensation in the UK.
Yes. But at the time in the press, and I think up until right now, we were led to believe that she had done her own makeup.
Right.
So I feel like this was a reveal in your book, a confirmation. Yeah.
So no, Hannah did her makeup.
Yeah.
She did.
Incredible. And how did that unfold?
You know, I know that Kate was constantly coming into a Bobby counter buying some of her favorite things. You know, I think Sandwash Pink was one of them. I don't think it's made anymore, but I remember the color. And Hannah did give me some information that I should set my alarm and watch.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And so then she, her and I were texting. I was sitting up. I remember it was like 6 a.m. or something. And we were texting back and forth. And she's like, "Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god." I did get a note though that I guess I have hanging now in my office in Montclair from not from Kate, but from her person that wrote her letters saying how much she appreciated, the.
Over time, you learn to spot the difference between a simple mistake and a deliberate falsehood. The Princess of Wales has spent nearly 2 decades crafting an image of effortless perfection and relatable charm. But pull at the threads, and you find a tapestry held together by calculated deceptions, not truth. These aren't the grand lies of old monarchs, but the subtle, insidious deceits of the social media age. They're designed to make you feel connected, to believe you know her. She does her own makeup, takes her own photos, is just like you. It's a masterful performance, polished over years, but the cracks are now impossible to ignore. Catherine Middleton's story is that of an illusionist. Her greatest asset is the persona she's conjured. But illusions require constant maintenance, and the effort to keep up the facade has grown frantic. Every public moment, every photo is filtered through the lens of what must be projected, not what truly is. It's a fortress of falsehood, built to control perception so completely that the real person is lost, even perhaps to herself. The story isn't just about the lies told to the world, it's about the identity lost behind them. What does it take to live a life so thoroughly curated? And at what cost does the illusion persist? The persona began on her wedding day, watched by billions. The world was told Kate did her own makeup, a perfect detail for the just like us narrative. For 14 years, this charming untruth stood, until Bobbi Brown revealed a professional had done the work. The palace never corrected the record, letting the myth flourish. Another fable. Prince Harry's supposed gushing wedding speech about Kate's killer legs, a story with no credible evidence, but one that painted her as the adored family centre. These weren't harmless fibs. They were calculated, foundational stones in a carefully constructed reality. The palace allowed these stories to grow because they served the image. Early on, the lesson was clear. A lie that fits the narrative isn't a lie. It's good PR. And so, the forest of fictions grew. Over time, the fabrications grew bolder, rewriting history itself. The infamous bridesmaid dress incident before Harry and Meghan's wedding is the clearest example. The press claimed Meghan made Kate cry, cementing Kate's image as the gentle English rose. But Meghan later revealed the opposite. She was the one left in tears, and Kate apologised. The palace, quick to let the anti-Meghan story spread, stayed silent, never correcting the record. This was narrative control at its most ruthless, weaponising Kate's tears to bolster her image at Meghan's expense. The silence from Kensington Palace spoke volumes, condoning the lie and confirming whose story mattered. The incident exposed a system willing to sacrifice truth and loyalty for image. Kate's perfection was protected at all costs, even if it meant destroying another's reputation. The result, a chilling demonstration of power and a complete abdication of moral responsibility. The doctored family photo of March 2024 was a spectacular, self-inflicted wound. After months out of sight, the palace released a Mother's Day photo to reassure the public. But within hours, major news agencies issued a kill notice. The image had been manipulated. Online sleuths quickly spotted the flaws: misaligned sleeves, blurred hands, glaring inconsistencies. The attempt to quell rumours only fueled global mistrust. The apology, framed as amateur editing, fooled no one. This wasn't a filter. It was a clumsy, multi-point manipulation of an official photo. The scandal shattered the image of authenticity and destroyed the palace's credibility as a source of truth. The mask slipped. If they'd lie about a photo, what else would they lie about? Public skepticism turned to profound distrust. The relatable photographer was unmasked as an unreliable narrator. The deceptions extend to the most personal details: her hair, her health. For years, rumours swirled about hair extensions, but the official line insisted it was all natural. When tape was spotted, the palace claimed it was a childhood scar, a petty, unnecessary fabrication. Every flaw is airbrushed, every detail curated to maintain the illusion of effortless perfection. The pattern of obfuscation became dangerous during her health crisis. Silence after surgery, a doctored photo, and a delayed cancer diagnosis fueled intense distrust. Years of small deceptions primed the public to doubt even the most serious announcements. The palace's frantic, contradictory messaging only deepened suspicion. When the truth finally came, it was viewed through a lens of skepticism they'd created themselves. The cost of constant illusion was credibility, lost when it mattered most. Through it all, the palace has been a silent partner in deception. Rather than a source of truth, it became a guardian of the narrative, enabling and protecting Kate's image at any cost. Their strategy: selective silence, strategic leaks, and active complicity. They allowed damaging lies about Meghan to stand, reinforcing the perfect princess versus difficult outsider trope. The palace became a partisan PR machine, not a neutral institution. This double standard eroded public trust, culminating in the fake photo scandal. When an institution is caught in a lie, it's not just embarrassing, it's corrosive. The palace didn't just let untruths grow, they nurtured them, unaware the roots were rotten. The result, a monarchy whose credibility is now in tatters. After all the layers of deceit, what can we believe about Catherine Middleton? We know the brand, but the woman is a mystery, hidden behind her own fog. Is she the relatable mother, the calculating operative, the gentle victim, or the woman who stood by in silence? The contradictions are too vast, the deceptions too many. Perhaps she's a product of an impossible system, forced to create an impenetrable persona just to survive. But sympathy fades when the lies cause real harm. In the end, the most tragic deception may be the one she tells herself, that the persona is real, even as the authentic self disappears.